Hello. Welcome to Featured Creatures.
I'm Alan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Garrett. I've been thinking once we hit 50 to change the theme song.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know to what. We'll figure something out.
I mean, it's a classic.
It's alright. But, so I'm going to have just a compilation of Bigfoot cries.
Interesting.
Like, you know how they have the dogs barking for Christmas music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Bigfoot.
But like Bigfoot cries?
Yeah.
Bigfoot cries.
Bigfoot cries in the tune of Flight of the Valkyries.
Oh boy.
Or, like Hall of the Mountain King. But Bigfoot's going, "Ah!"
I saw the Bigfoot. Yeah, saw the Bigfoot yells. Oh my gosh. That's an art form in and of itself, the Bigfoot yell.
Yeah, there's some things I trade it all for.
And then it just ends with Jack Officer's whoop.
Oh boy.
Jacovasaur. I love the Jacovasaur.
You know, controversial, but I also love Jar Jar, so I was
okay,
a fan
so-
of that episode.
Jar Jar Binks in the Clone Wars animated show is a solid character.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like, I think it's just kind of a testament to how poor of a director George Lucas actually is. That he just, like, basically other creative people who were, like, really interested in making something good could kind of do wonders with Jar Jar, and Lucas
Yeah.
just like, it's just, like, funny and, like, kind of comic relief, but, like...
Like, the best of the prequel trilogy, or the original trilogy, is Empire, which he didn't.
Yeah.
And the stories for the original cut of New Hope before, like, his wife and friends told him, no, get rid of this, stop this. Like, is a nightmare.
This is just weird. I don't understand what the story is. This is really self-indulgent, George.
You know, not to bring it too far back, as we were talking about earlier, but you know, I'm thinking now, pound for pound, Tommy Wiseau is actually more restrained and better than George Lucas. Because you hear about his green screen roof thing. It's like, oh yeah, and then we all turn into vampires and get in the car and fly away to heaven. And it's like, that's still kind of better than all the prequels, right? That's a more responsible use of green screen, I think, than all the prequels.
I like watching Clone Wars nowadays, like Attack of the Clones nowadays. And, the duplication clone CG is so bad.
Yeah, some of
Cool.
it's really rough.
The fucking CG stuff they added to the special editions looks so much better than the clone, like Attack of the Clones, like clones.
And it's crazy because Lucas wanted to throw in more CG. Like, just seeing some of these interviews with people where it's like footage of, like, behind the scenes stuff where he's like, hey, why don't we do like this whole... I know we're going to do like a whole practical thing with this character. It's like, make them all CG because they can be like flipping around and doing like whatever. And they're just like...
I would make Count Dooku a CG character also.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
like,
that
that was
would
the
have been
thing that was going to
pretty
happen.
cool.
Yeah, you just want him to be all CG because then he could really be flipping around. I mean, and on the one hand, I kind of get it. It's a new technology, and it lets you... It's like animation was. It lets you do a lot of stuff that you really couldn't do normally. But it also has the unfortunate effect a lot of early sci-fi had, which is like you get so caught up in just having kind of a neat cutting-edge effect that there's like no substance to it. There's just kind of a cool effect for no reason. So, I don't know.
So, got some cryptid events.
Yeah.
What's the what's our cryptid event?
This headline from Cryptozoology News from 2 days ago as of the recording, it was posted on the 3rd of March. Hunter tells encounter with 4-foot-tall albino Bigfoot.
They're just hanging out.
4 feet tall.
4 feet tall,
3 feet wide.
albino Bigfoot.
And it's not just like some kind of albino, chimp or...
I don't know. I haven't read the article. I go into these blind,
Okay, I'm interested.
so we get the most up to date one. Okay, Ohio. Mahoning County resident claims he saw a short ape-like creature. The man says he was getting his hunting gear out of his truck when he noticed the being the mid-afternoon of November 12th, 2013. Fuck you.
Most up to date.
Wow, it's the trauma of the cryptid. You can't You can't ever talk about it when you first saw it.
I want one of these that is reported within a fucking month of the sighting. That's breaking news if it's a month later. Encrypted news. Ugh.
These things are always ancient.
About 50 or so feet. Oh, quote. This is this man. About 50 or so feet from it. I was going to do a voice and abandoned it.
Immediately. Like, just had the idea and then we're just like, no. I'm not
Yeah, I mean, that's what this guy did. That's why it took him 5 years to talk about this. He's like, oh, man, how am I going to report it? Am I going to do it like this? Oh, yeah, it's 2019. Well, the thing about 2019...
Well, didn't you say it was like in the...
November, so fine. 5 and change.
So what if I use this voice to talk about this encounter I had?
That's why your bio on our website is so perfect.
Oh my gosh. I am indeed about Diet Coke.
And sometimes an asshole. Alright. About 50 or so feet to the left of a group of turkeys was what appeared to be an albino something. And it must have been sitting or lying down at the time, the man whose name was kept anonymous told Beefro. By the time I was ready to get in woods... Okay.
It's an expression. It's like indoors, but in woods.
Oh.
The turkeys and that thing were out of sight.
So it's just like a pale man shepherding turkeys.
He added. The eyewitness explained that he has entered the woods. As he entered the woods, he came face to face with the animal. Rob Schneider.
I was going to say Rob Schneider in The Animal.
I'm glad he still got work. That also came
out in 2001.
Oh, man.
Really? Oh, my gosh. Movies used to be so good.
No.
No, that movie, I remember watching that movie for the first time on VHS at a friend's house, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I love that movie so much.
Loved it so much as an 11-year-old boy.
Oh, my gosh. You remember this? We still quote that. We'll like grab anything and just gesture to it and infer that it is pure badger milk.
Yeah.
Like it is... a very referenceable movie.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
As in Rob Schneider's Renaissance.
It's crazy, dude. People don't like Rob Schneider for some reason.
I love Rob Schneider.
He can do no wrong. I've never seen him in anything that I didn't like.
I was telling Superfan Maha when we were in the hot tub together.
I see.
About...
Which Patreon tier is that?
Eternal Friendship tier.
I see.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's good, because I don't think I can commit.
It's called Live Locally and Respond when I post. Anyone want to go to the hot tub? We were talking about movies, and I brought up Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, who's in that movie? And I'm like, Sly Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Rob Schneider. It's almost the same movie as...
It is very similar to Judge Dredd. Yep.
It's got Rob Schneider. And
Sylvester Stallone. Delroy Lindo is the black guy instead of Wesley Snipes, I think. And then, like, instead of...
it's just an opposite future. It's the bizarro future of...
Well, I mean, I feel like... No, see, I don't know. It's like, because Demolition Man is like, if everything bad happened, and they were like
a clean
they were like,
future.
okay, let's fix all these problems. Instead of like Judge Dredd is like, everything bad happened, they were like...
I like to think...
what it really comes down to,
it's a split timeline from Demolition Man. Judge Dredd is a ancestor, or a descendant of Stallone's character in Demolition Man that I can't remember the name.
I can't remember his name either. I can remember Marcus Phoenix as the villain.
Yeah. And the timeline split when Stallone was arrested for arresting Wesley Snipes.
Oh, okay.
And cryo froze to the good future.
Okay. So otherwise he wasn't arrested and he just like lived his life.
And then Judge Dredd future.
In Judge Dredd. Okay,
That's my split timeline.
So then that means then
we have a temporal portal open up and have a crossover movie of Judge Dredd hunting down Wesley Snipes.
Well, then that means though that I can't remember what his name is now.
This is just because the FDA legalized badger milk in one world and the other didn't. It's all this comes down to.
Wesley Snipes, his character, the villain, if he would go if he was in the Judge Dredd world, he would become a judge.
I mean, that makes sense, but that just means then that like the character from Demolition Man is the ancestor to the guy that all like, because Judge Dredd was part of that program where they like tried to clone that guy, like the best judge they had.
Yeah.
And most of them went insane except for Judge Dredd, who's like one of the rejected clones, because that's always how it goes.
He's the solid snake.
It's always the trash clone that is the one that works. Somehow you're like, our last choice, but maybe you can do it. It's their humanity, you know. It's the that's what pulls them ahead.
Yeah. Okay, back to our article.
I was gonna say, well, how did we segue into
Turkeys.
Badger milk.
That's
animal.
right. From the animal into badger milk.
All right. The hunter continues. There was this white fuzzy thing standing on 2 legs. It was looking at me.
Just peering into his soul. The turkey's clucking in the distance.
The windows to his soul. And I said, Bigfoot.
Yeah, really quiet. Oh.
Ocular orbs. And I said, Bigfoot. Reportedly, after a minute of staring at each other, the man decided to approach it.
And do what?
He claims that the creature didn't look intimidating, mainly because it was at most 4 foot tall.
Oh. I don't know.
Low
like a
center
chimp
of
is
gravity.
like 4 or so feet
Yeah,
tall.
I'd fucking
Like, I
run
wouldn't-
from
Yeah.
Chimp-sized white ape?
Yep.
No, thank you.
I don't know that I'd run because I wouldn't want to invite it to chase me, but I
Yeah.
would just
You'd walk back up slowly.
exactly
Gun
exactly
level.
like if I was gonna go hunting and like had weapons, yeah, just like be ready for it to pounce.
Then he adds, oh no, it fled. Couldn't wrap my head around what the hell I just saw.
Telling you the trauma.
Then he adds, it showed up again, he says. Then he says he tried taking a better look at it this time by using his rifle's scope.
Just illuminating his face with my laser.
But my hands kept shaking and didn't feel right putting a rifle up to something I didn't understand. I kind of like this
I
guy.
say, wow, what a hero.
I could get within 50 yards or so, it would back up, then flee. Then popped out a 3rd time, got a weird feeling of cat and mouse. Animals don't act like this. It was playing with me. I felt like I was being lured into something. With creature still in sight, I turned and went home. The hunter was the hunted. The man who claims to be an avid woodsman. That also sounds like what you'd call a person that just beats off all the time. Oh, you're an avid woodsman, I see.
Whoa.
Is that what Paul Bunyan was?
An avid woodsman.
Yeah.
Gotta grease that griddle.
Whoa.
He says he's
What
never...
is Babe the Blue Ox then?
Just a cold ox.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, they're all both marketing campaigns.
Avid's Woodsman.
Avid Woodsman brand hand lotion.
Interesting.
Let it out, Alan. I see it in you.
It's, yeah. I mean, it's just, we got to the bottom of this once again. The true psychological mind of advertising.
Amy Bowe, a Beefro investigator who followed up on the reported sighting, says she spoke with the eyewitness, and he described the head of the animal as having a dome shape.
Cool.
So not a pointed skull, which is typical of a lot of Bigfoot sightings.
It had a link to another... Oh my god! I had a link to another article. It said a couple last year reported. October 28th, 2017 was a Bigfoot report sighting. So that's our... I'll just read it. A couple sees Bigfoot in northern Ohio.
Did you say Big Fort?
I did accidentally say Bigfoot, and I was hoping no one would call me on it. Now I feel seen and attacked.
Wow.
But it's okay because you're fortified. You're a big fort. I'm just going to break your stride.
Big Fort. It's a song by Peter Gabriel.
Let's play a game of what is the current tab open on Garrett's Google Chrome on his phone.
Avid Woodsman.
List of fictional pachyderms.
All right.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
On Wikipedia.
List of fictional pachyderms.
Who's got the biggest body count?
Dumbo.
Trick question.
No, elephants. By far, elephants have the most fictional pachyderms.
Really?
By fucking a landslide.
Interesting.
I think there were in one of the lists, because it's separated by TV, movies, comics, literature. I can't remember which one, but there was like 2 rhinos, 1 hippo, and like 18.
Okay, see,
elephants.
when you said fictional pachyderms, I realize now what you mean, which is like fictional characters that are pachyderms. What I thought was
Fake
like
elephants.
fake types of pachyderms,
Like
which sounds like very fun turn of the century,
like the Peruvian
yes,
small-eared elephant.
yes, things like that. That is what I thought you meant. Although fictional characters that are pachyderms is similarly interesting.
Yeah. Do you remember a show called
Yes.
Science Court?
Yeah.
From like ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the Disney's One Saturday Morning.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Squiggle vision.
Yep, exactly.
So there's been a memory from that show that has stuck with me my entire fucking life. And it is Hippie the Hip Hop Hippo.
I don't know this one.
I don't remember the
I
song he
also
sung. I don't remember anything else. I just remember the phrase Hippie the Hip Hop Hippo.
Wow, that sounds like a bootleg, like Showbiz Pizza animatronic.
I thought it was
Hippie
just
the
a
Hip Hop.
failed Parappa the Rappa contender.
But it's like Milton Bradley, like a plug and play TV thing.
Oh man, yeah.
It's just
that would be
a music-based Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Interesting.
Okay. What were we doing? Where are we?
We're playing
Oh, we have a-
Mousetrap,
we have a
where like
featured-
none of the rules are being followed, and we're just doing this willy nilly.
We have a featured creature to get to. I think that's
We
where
do.
We are.
Who are we featuring? Which
We're
creatures
back
feature?
to one of our favorite places to get monsters from.
Oh boy, you know this one.
The
Put the
Philippines.
raffle machine. Oh, okay. We had to guess the wheel of.
I'm gonna put Maha on blast for a second.
Really?
We were playing Magic last night,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a Spanish scavenging ooze,
Okay.
and he thought it was an Italian. That's it. Today's featured creature.
You've been blasted.
I know, right? Like, how dare you not know,
Bum,
know
bum,
the
bum.
difference between Italian and Spanish?
All right, so today's featured creature is the Kapre.
This one had, I looked it up, and I don't know.
Also, this is the longest name section I've ever done.
Oh wow.
Like, normally it's just one line, which is list of their names. This one is
Yeah.
A paragraph?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines
Wow. Oh, just different aliases?
of the etymology of the word.
Interesting. Okay.
It's kind of fucking fascinating.
Interesting.
It comes from the Arabic word kafir, or pronounced kafre in Spanish,
Okay, makes sense.
which means a non-believer in Islam, usually referring to African slaves.
Yep. It's a mega racial slur
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
South Africa.
Brought to the Philippines by the Spanish that used to refer to certain dark-skinned tribes.
Yep.
So much so that Kapre became a synonym for Agta, another name for the Aita people.
Yep. The mountain people.
The modern
Sounding familiar.
The modern mythical characterization of the Kapre evolved from formerly racist portrayals of the tribes
Yeah.
by the lowland Christianized ethnic groups of the Philippines during the Spanish period.
Yep.
But then they took it back.
They reclaimed it.
They did into like the spoiler for further in here. The Kapre is the one non-evil Filipino monster.
Thank God.
Nice.
All of them are evil.
Oh yeah.
All of
no,
them
I-
like eating babies out of wombs.
Yep.
Yeah. Just wearing,
the
wearing a
Kapre-
hat, smoking a cigar,
The
being a
Kapre,
buff horse.
the one good dude.
Yeah.
They
I'm
took
liking
it back.
They are stalkers though, so they're not.
Well, you can't.
They're
You know,
not evil.
what are you gonna do?
They're trying their best.
Anything's better than being a buff horse.
All right,
with
so
a
their
cigar.
habitats are big trees, like mango and banyan trees.
Okay.
They also like to sit under the trees. They are 7 to 10 feet tall. Black hair all over its body. Hella jacked.
As everything from the Philippines is extremely muscular.
Fucking jacked as shit.
48 pack abs on
Fucking-
there.
45-inch pythons.
Yep.
They have a strong smell of goat.
Interesting.
They reek of goat. It's normally seen wearing a I'm probably gonna mispronounce this horribly. A bahag, Bahag. It's northern Filipino loincloth.
Interesting.
Sometimes they're seen smoking a cigar.
As seems to be par for the course. With,
These were
Filipino
smoking
monsters.
cigars before the Tikbalang was.
I see.
Okay.
The stories are constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, later in renditions, some localizations have the Tikbalang with also cigarette.
So wait, am I imagining the Tikbalang had a hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just thought he had a bowler.
I mean, my Tikbalang has a bowler hat.
In our hearts, yes.
Yeah.
The Tikbalang I made in Soul
Little
Calibur
monocle.
6 doesn't until now.
All right. Reality shifts.
All right. It has a belt that lets it turn invisible.
It has an invisibility belt.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
It has a stone that it holds in his hands. That's smaller than a quail egg. That if you get that stone, you take it from it, it will grant wishes. The Kapre.
So I can just have a really cool bowler if I steal that thing.
Yes.
Wow.
They are nocturnal and omnivorous. They aren't evil. But they are very vengeful.
Okay.
Fair
When
enough.
the tree they live in is cut down.
Oh yeah.
So, you ruin my home, I come ruin you.
Sometimes they contact people to offer friendship or pursue love.
Interesting.
The Kapre will follow its friend or love interest throughout life. A Capre's friend has the ability to see it.
So it's invisible otherwise.
I mean, it's always wearing the belt to hold that
Yeah,
loincloth
that makes
up.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always wearing
However, always reeks of goat, as they say.
What's that goat smells there?
So it's
Kapre?
invisible, but not insmellable.
Yes. I lost my place. Okay. Occasionally, they like to play pranks on people, making people lost. And my fucking favorite one is probably their strongest power. They have the power to confuse people to the extent where they forget that they're in their own home
Oh wow.
or in their own yard.
So there's like walk in, like, what are you doing in my house? This is my house. Why am I in
No,
your
they're
house?
just like, where am I?
Oh yeah, even better.
You're right, I don't belong here. Bye.
Signs of the Kapre being around are trees rustling with no wind,
Just a floating cigar.
loud laughter coming from nowhere, smoke coming from the top of a tree, red eyes in the dark.
So that's just smoking two cigars at the same time. Just dangling in the sky.
Just got both of them.
According to some newer stories, the Kapre has moved on from cigars.
Huh.
Oh, does he vape now?
No,
Kapre vapes.
he pounds beers.
Oh, okay. That's healthier.
Oh my gosh. You have no idea how excited I would have been if you'd said yes, that he was into
he's
vaping.
a vape ape.
that he's a vape. I would have been so excited.
Oh,
So if you meet this guy, he'll just pound beers with you forever.
The first cryptid to move into the 21st century.
Ooh.
what'll be the first vaping cryptid?
Man, that is so weird to think about. But see, here,
Chicago
like,
Mothman.
see, I don't know that anything ever will though, because like it. I mean, aside from like a more like an urban legend kind of thing, because
No,
like
Bigfoot.
you can the Bigfoot will be the first thing to vape.
I can imagine a chimpanzee just stumbling across a vape and picking it up.
Well, I'm not saying it couldn't, but I mean like,
Especially the ones that are trained to smoke.
well, like cigars are something that you could just like. You
Ooh,
could make
can
a
we
cigar.
bring that back since vaping is healthy despite that commercial? Like, just like train chimps to vape now for our sideshows again?
Basically,
Vaping apes.
Yeah.
you just weaponize it.
They're most often they're seen as protectors. But make them mad and all hell breaks loose.
Cool.
They just fuck your shit up.
I mean, these are
They
pretty
just
good.
start destroying everything.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't found any in pop culture. I'm sure there are, but lists are inconclusive.
Makes sense.
So now we're on to our rating system.
Okay, could it? Be
Can
the
it
hippo?
kill a hippo?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yeah,
'Cause
probably.
a
I mean,
hippo
it's
can't
invisible.
See it coming.
Exactly.
Also,
And
just
it's-
confuse it. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how to swim.
Like, just make it inhale under.
You don't belong on land. That's your home down there in the water.
I'm
okay,
named
bye.
after a horse, but I'm not a horse, of course, of course.
That'd be an interesting kind of tick belong where it's like a hippo instead of like a regular horse.
Big ol' fat
It's like a
hippo head.
massively jacked hippo man.
All right. Now we're on to another 8 of our previous episodes.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna rate a bunch of these. All right.
Atmospheric beast. Can it kill a hippo?
Yes.
If it was
absolutely.
real.
I wrote down no fake.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gosh. dang it. Hypothetically, yes, it could, but obviously not because it is fake.
Okay. Tsuchinoko I had a hard time with.
That's
'Cause
a big yes for me.
They are hyper venomous.
I'm gonna say at the worst, it's a draw.
They get squished good.
Exactly. It's
You
like
can
at the
find
worst,
it.
it's a
No one
draw.
can find them. Basically invisible.
Jason Voorhees. Yes.
That ain't even fair.
I
He has
agree
a
that it's
machete,
unfair,
and
but
he
yes.
is immortal.
Yep. Yeah. No. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not even a question.
I mean, he's basically like...
We
if
get
you
to
just
some
took someone
unfair
and
ones
just
later
poured
on when we get to our,
cocaine down their
October
throat.
episodes. Just 4 one-sided fights in a row. Kiki Aon.
That's the owl man, right?
Yeah, the one that's worse in the dream realm.
Well, here's the deal.
Considerably weaker in the
So
dream world.
the hippos that we've been talking about are coked out hippos, particularly.
No,
so
I'm talking about just sub-Saharan fucking...
coked out hippos
Regular
don't
hippos.
sleep. So if it's that one, big no.
No, I think no matter what, the Kiki Aon can't beat a hippo. It's just a man-sized owl that has slightly jacked legs.
That's true, and they can totally kill human and owl.
I don't know. Like a big owl seems really dangerous to me.
But it doesn't have it has human legs. No, it's got talons. But then a hippo is a hippo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also true. Maybe. I don't. We need computer whiz kid Max Geiger to run a simulation.
Computer
of
whiz
us.
kid Max Geiger.
He needs to run a simulation in his software by Slytherin Studios, so we can figure it out.
Ugh.
I'll say no.
All right.
Hard no.
Yeah, hard. The Charoof.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a giant
Yeah.
lava monster.
Yeah, that's...
Yep.
Brosno Dragon.
Politically wouldn't do it. Cool dude.
I mean, yes, wouldn't, but if he had to, yes, because he ate an airplane in one bite.
Yeah.
He Luftwaffe
Swallowed
aboard.
it. I forgot about that he fought in World War II.
Yeah. True folk hero.
Yep. Grassroots.
Owlman.
Okay, this one I'm gonna say yes. I said no to the other one because it's a worse owl man. This one though, like this thing, it's like muscular.
Yeah, this one's seen to fly, so it can swoop down and just claw the back.
exactly.
I wrote no because it could just fucking die, but I didn't consider the aerial possibilities.
Yeah, because the hippo can't fall into the sky. So it's
Yeah,
just like
I'm gonna go yes. Or yes, the Owlman can kill a hippo.
yeah.
I don't know about that. Because the hippo could just wait it out. I mean, he's going to have to stop flying eventually.
No, like he lands on the back with his big fucking talons.
Yeah, but the hippo's just super deep.
He could, well,
Because they could just hold their breath forever. It's just a waiting game. That's the problem with these hippos is like half of it's just ambush
but
waiting
then
game.
the Owlman waits in a tree for the hippo to surface and then fucking swoops.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So owl man with a tree for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they both get like land, water, and a tree.
I guess that's true, right? We're assuming it's just like a general temperate habitat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Tick belong.
Oh, boy.
I don't think a tick belong can beat a hippo because it's just a upright horse.
Yeah, but it's like an actual horse. Hippo's like a fake horse.
Yeah, but that's what makes it better. Because
Oh,
horses
yeah.
are just weird dogs.
Yeah. No, I forgot.
I mean, hippos are weird dogs too.
Hippos are.
So
But with a
whales,
bowler.
What else? What's the everything that's just a weird dog? Basically everything.
Because the tick belong's one like power that it can use on its like with itself is it's invisible to humans,
Yeah.
which is
there you
why
go, yeah.
tick belong reptilian hunter,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
and that's you can control them if you have the golden hair spike.
Yeah, you're right. No, hippos.
So the hippo just crunches them.
Hippos got this, yeah.
Well, it's gonna run up like try to hoof the hippo in the face because you hoof it in the body, you're not gonna do anything,
Yeah.
And just make it mad.
and then it fucking just crunches that leg off.
This just makes me want a Monster Hunter game, but just like all the monsters are hippos.
I mean, Yeah.
Like, I feel like Monster Hunter is too easy in that regard.
Can't you just mod that cool apocalypse game with the animals?
Oh!
Can you be a hippo?
Tokyo Jungle.
Yeah, Tokyo Jungle. Is there a hippo in that? I didn't get that far.
I think so. I know there's a robot dog, caveman, and a businessman.
You could be the cow. I remember you could be a cow. And a palm.
I don't remember.
You could be a bunch of palms. That was
Yeah.
great.
I mean, you could just mod Monster Hunter, put hippos in it. You just do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of wish I had a PlayStation 3 again.
It's also on PS4.
I don't know.
And mobile.
I should just get things again.
I have too many video games to play. I have such a huge backlog right now.
Tokyo Jungle. Animals.
I think that was like the last video game I ever really played.
Wow.
I love this game.
It was a wild ride, indeed.
All right. It would be under grazers? Yeah, hippos are in it.
Wow.
All right.
So it's the hippo game. Why did we do 8? That was 8 again.
Capre.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. Let me double check that I didn't fuck up again. No, that's 8. Alice P, Tsuchinoko, Jason, Kikion, Charoof, Brosno Dragon, Elman, Tick Belong. All 8.
Yep, that's 8. Wow.
Only have 16 more.
Wow.
Oh, I like this too much for it to only be 16 more.
Well, then we could just do it once an episode.
No, I know. I
like the go.
I like the rundown.
Yeah. I also like the rundown with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Sean William Scott. Or was that Ashton Kutcher in that one?
No, it's Sean William
Yeah,
Scott.
I was right.
You
Yeah.
think Sean William Scott could beat a hippo?
Beat?
No.
No.
Well, not kill, just beat.
In what?
Anything.
No. Anything? You know what? Yes, it can beat the hippo in a... I guess any contest of wits.
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
In a...
Like in a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say in a not having birds land on you and pick mites out of your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recommendations?
I do have one, but oh no, I remember what it is. I wanted to plug Secret of Nim. Actually, I just wanted to plug like Don Bluth movies in general because I discovered 2 nights ago that like just a bunch of them are like legitimately on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
And I watched like half of Rockadoodle and was like, I need to go to sleep.
I have the Laserdisc for Land Before Time.
Nice. It's a good one.
Is that? I didn't know that was him.
Yeah,
Yes, that makes sense.
It's
I mean,
what put
all
Don Bluth
there.
on the map.
Yeah.
Because he like left during Black Cauldron, I think.
Yeah.
He left Disney
Yeah.
and it was just like, I'm going to do
Because
my
they wouldn't
own
let
thing.
him make his mouse movie. They're like, we already got some mice movies.
Yeah, basically. He made Land Before Time and Secret of Nim and Rockadoodle.
Yeah.
Rockadoodle, I think, is the movie that kind of killed him. At least for a while.
Yeah.
All Dogs Go to Heaven wasn't very... No, that one did good. It was
That
up
one was
against
really popular.
a re-release of Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
Because Disney would just re-release movies in theaters to fuck over competitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a cat dog movie versus a dog movie.
Yep. Even though Oliver and Company didn't do very well at first, but it's still, I mean, kids love them, and at that point it had an audience, so it did kind of better on I mean, like a lot of things.
I remember
like,
there were Oliver and Company toys at a fast food restaurant in the 90s.
Yeah.
And like I thought the movie came out then.
Yeah.
And then like when I was in high school or something, I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it came out in like the early 80s.
So like, did they re-release it in the 90s?
Yeah. It
They
came out
did.
when I was in kindergarten.
Well, because they did
Oh yeah, I just said they did.
Re-released.
yeah. Well, because they also made a big deal about re-releasing a lot of these things on VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so many of them had come out before the advent of home video.
Yeah.
So that was its own whole big
Oh,
deal.
so, okay. This will. I'll plug Stargate the movie just so I can talk
The
about
original
this.
movie?
Yeah,
Nice.
because I made our one of our friends, one of our patrons,
Mhm.
Luigi and Denise, watch it for the first time.
Nice. You guys, you have the Laserdisc? of it, or
No,
you
I have the
Blu-ray?
the DVD.
Oh man, because that's one of the best Blu-rays I've ever seen. It is a gorgeous Blu-ray transfer.
But I think it might be one of the first DVDs printed
really, well, it was among the first Blu-rays made, as I recall.
because it is a double-sided DVD that I
Yeah.
thought, okay, one's full screen, one's widescreen.
Mhm.
No, it ends, and then you have to flip the DVD.
Weird.
which is how laser discs work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they just took the Laserdisc print and we're just like, all right, just one
I
and
think
one.
so.
Instead of putting it together for some
Yeah.
reason. Weird.
It didn't compress it, maybe.
Maybe it's just like really uncompressed. I could see that.
That movie's solid gold, and I love it.
Yeah, no, it's a interesting movie. It's got a couple of flaws, I think.
Got some good.
The score is good. The effects are good.
Got some good ass people in it.
Yeah, it's got a great cast. I love James Spader.
Yeah, and I love Kurt Russell.
It's also like a good kind of like modern mystery thing. Like it does, I think, in a modern way
It's got
what
some
Indiana
good,
Jones really did, which was like it's the adventure film.
I can't remember the first time I watched it because I was so little.
Yeah.
But I'd have to imagine the scene, like seeing the fucking they're not even called this in the movie, but the gold fucking have their fucking robot masks come back and see they're just fucking humans.
Yeah.
Might have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
As a reveal. Spoiler for Stargate, I guess. And I'm excited about the prequel miniseries or movie, I don't remember which, coming out.
Interesting. You know, I actually really liked what was it called? Stargate Universe? I think that's what it was called.
I didn't watch that one because it seemed a little dumb when I lived with my grandparents.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a wall separating our kitchen and living room.
Yeah.
Like there's a small wall, but you could.
Yeah.
They
like
actually
countertop
did
thing.
that, lowered it so they could see TV from me. I'd be making food and they'd be watching whatever, and the clips of Stargate Universe I caught just seemed kind of dumb.
Well, I mean,
and I had to hard drop Atlantis.
Yeah, I'm not. I like the idea of Atlantis. I mean, I like the idea of just throwing kind of like just mythology everywhere in there. But
I like the idea where it's the Voyager version of Stargate where they're on an uncharted section of the galaxy.
Yeah,
where they new aliens that they never met before, new technology.
Yeah,
like that's one did it very well.
Yeah,
and one.
I mean, I like the cast of Universe, but it only ran for like 12 episodes.
Yeah, it got straight
canceled.
up canceled.
But it had like
and
Robert
the
Carlyle.
original SG-1 aired for like 9 seasons.
Yeah, that went forever. And I'm not the biggest fan of SG-1, but I do enjoy all of like the sort of.
I like all of most of SG-1. I want to make like a compilation, like a playlist for episodes you can like skip.
Yeah,
because some of the Monster of the Week, Planet of the Week episodes are kind of not good.
I mean, I think those are the things that what I like most are just like the zany adventures on base episodes, like the Wormhole Extreme.
Yeah,
I think there's 2 of those.
Yeah,
the one with like the Seeing Stones is really, and that's one of the Wormhole movie, one of the Wormhole episodes. But yeah, just any of that business is good times. Anything that's kind of meta.
Yeah,
is always kind of fun to me.
Alan, got anything?
Unrelated completely, but shout out to Kevin Ray for showing me this in the first place. The only conspiracy theorist punk band I can think of. It's got one-man band, Headbasher 77, and yeah, he has written over 200 songs, as he says.
Oh my goodness,
he's full of rage. He goes like, "The 200 execution." Yeah, he just crams those words in there.
Oh, man.
He's got a really good one about how much he hates Bill Nye. He's like, "You creepy ice cream cone-headed fuck! You're joke like your 2-month-old marriage." So that's one of his more personal ones. But
wow,
yeah,
I gotta check that out.
He's worth it.
Hilarious.
But yeah, you sent them today, so
that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I'll take if he does an Atmospheric Beast episode. I may consider.
That may change your whole worldview.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good at condensing information in the 1 minute 30-second format. I think he calls himself Trash Bag Full of Dead Babies on Bandcamp, but yeah, look him up.
All right.
He probably has a Stargate episode. A song. I could call them episodes. I mean, they're episodes of me. They're that packed with information.
The movie we watched after Stargate was Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh yeah,
it's also a good movie.
I wanted to pair it with Dune, but it was getting super late, and I didn't want them to fall asleep.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Dune's, yeah, it's like a thinking man's movie. You gotta be engaged with that one.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I hope the new one does good.
I do too. What is it? Jason Momoa is supposed to be in it.
I think he was cast. and we were joking about him being Gunny.
That's right.
And then we're like, nope, he's just Paul.
He should be Stilgar. I mean, he's a really young Stilgar, but still.
I mean, he's definitely going to be one of the Fremen.
You'd have to. He'll be a backgrounder. Like, it's really not a big deal. It's going to be like Rain being in Speed Racer.
You mean one of the main characters of the movie?
I mean, I guess that's fair. He was a big deal, but like, Koreans made a huge deal about Rain being. But I mean, Rain was also a huge deal in Korea, so I guess that's fair.
Our social medias.
Yep.
We have an Instagram, just look Featured Creatures. Our Twitter is @Feacre, F-E-A-C-R-E. I think I told people to email us, but I don't think I gave out our email address last episode.
I'm sure you did.
You can email us.
Do it again.
Featured Creatures Pod.
Send whatever you want. You can, questions, stories,
Hippo ratings.
It's featuredcreaturepod@gmail.com. We have a Patreon where you can give us money to get bonus things. You exchange your goods of money for our services of bonus episodes and stickers.
And or hot tub time and or...
No hot tub tier. I don't commit.
That's only for
Gosh,
me.
dang it.
That's called local tier. You get access to our Discord server where I post kind of behind the scenes stuff. More like sticker ideas and episode idea stuff. You can also vote for new episodes. This week there were the three creatures we covered. We're covering next week, this week, and yet last week. We're all in the same one, and I couldn't pick one, so I just said, I'll do all three.
We'll cover them all.
Big or small, we'll cover them all. And remember, all you need to do to be a cryptozoologist is to say you're a cryptozoologist.
Stargate sound.
It's just exactly. It's the sound of water shooting out of